So I think we're going to go ahead and get moving on. So just with our first question, I'll just kind of leave it up to you. Maybe talk about first, like what were you doing before Learn? We kind of already said when you joined Learn, and then maybe just kind of give a brief, kind of talk about kind of what you're up to now. So I'll start with Shazeen, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. So before Learn, before I even started coding, I actually graduated last year with a master's in clinical counseling, but my internship was terrible. I had such a bad experience. It was just hard seeing. I tried to work in addiction counseling, but seeing how the system was horrible to help people with mental health or with issues, it kind of just made me, I'm like, I really don't want to be underpaid and be sad for the rest of my life. So I had to find something else. And honestly, I found someone coding on YouTube. I'm like, that's cool. I should do that. And then I started, never looked back. Best decision ever. And then, I was in Bravo for my cohort. I was in Bravo 2021, the best cohort ever. And what am I doing now? I'm doing a couple things. I'm currently a teaching assistant at, I don't know if anyone have seen them, but it's like those extension at universities. Yeah, so I'm a TA for one of those part-time boot camps. And then I also have a internship starting next month for back-end development. So yeah, just kind of just trying to do everything while I can. And when I have kids and stuff, I know I won't be able to. But yeah, I think that was all the questions. If I'm not sure, but yeah.
No, that totally was.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. That was perfect. Greg, would you mind taking it away?
Absolutely, yeah. So as stated before, I graduated Learn. I was part of the Learn 2017 Echo class cohort. I graduated in 2018 of February, and I got my first job just a week right after that at IDW Publishing, which is a comic book publisher down here in San Diego. So we publish everything from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to My Little Pony to some other comics and stuff like that. So super fun job to be in. Before I came to Learn, though, and I hate saying this, I hate the term bounced around, but that's kind of what I did for a little while. So yeah, I bounced around for a little while. I worked at a virtual event startup after I had graduated from undergrad. From there, I worked as somebody in the fashion industry, working in fashion retail. Also was working as a model dresser for a while. I also worked at the ballet and in the public arts in Chicago. And all this time I was working on just reading more books about business and technology. And it was something that I was really interested in. I was also interested in just helping people start creative endeavors and do just really interesting things with their lives and technology. So eventually I landed myself a junior product manager role before Learn. And after a few years, I just knew that I had wanted to work more on the tech side and work more with the technology. So that's where Learn came in. And I learned to become a web developer, which is where after I graduated from Learn, went to IDW Publishing as IDW Publishing's web developer. And then as time went on, I started to grow and became the product manager. And as of today, officially, became the director of direct-to-consumer sales and operations. So yeah, I'm riding pretty high on things right now. And there was a question about, or Yeem, I do work with Matt Mullis. I was actually the one who hired Matt as well. So happy to.
Cool. I love Matt. We were the dynamic duo in our cohort. That's really cool. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, so glad to have him on board, and also another member of Learn too. I think that people at IDW Publishing really do like the fact that we have a few students from Learn too, because we come right out and we know exactly what we need to do to get our hands dirty and ask the right questions. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, Greg. And I think that's something that's really cool, especially with kind of where Learn is at now, is a lot of your cohorts were kind of the first generation since we started in 2016. And so it's really cool. And to see, and congrats on your new position, director. That's something you work towards, your whole career path. So congratulations. But that kind of puts you at the point where like now you're hiring other alumni, for positions where you started at. So it's really cool to see how, the circle kind of builds and alumni hiring alumni.
Absolutely, yeah. And it was kind of a dream to be able to do that too, to go back to learn and to pick out people that I thought would be interesting for this job as well. And, with Matt, like it was so easy to interview with him because I knew what curriculum he had already. I knew where his tech skills were. So it was more of a personality fit more than anything. And actually when he interviewed, he gave no indication that he was into comic culture or any kind of anime culture or anything like that. And so when he came in, he completely dropped the bomb after the first day that he was really into this stuff. So it was actually a perfect fit for him to jump on board too. So it's been really cool. Yeah.
Awesome. And Yeem, if you don't mind, we just kind of talk a little bit like what were you up to before Learn, and what are you up to now?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Before Learn, let's see. I first started at UCLA in 2013. I was a microbiome major, but I didn't really like it. And so like I dropped out of UCLA and people were saying stuff like, oh, why'd you do that? But I did enjoy it, I didn't want to do something that I didn't want to like spend, I guess, 4 to 5 years studying something I didn't really enjoy. So I spent time like working in restaurants. So I was in like the restaurant industry, I was serving, and I think I found Learn maybe in 2017. And so I liked it a lot. I really wanted to do it and I wanted to get into web development. So I was like working for a few years to save the tuition, and then I ended up at Learn in the 2020 Delta cohort. What I'm up to now, I graduated January 2021, and the previous career services manager for Learn referred me to this role where I'm currently at. And so I was super lucky. I'm basically the first in my cohort, I think, to have a full-time position. And I was hired on and started in March, and I'm really, really grateful. So